Hello and welcome to Watch Releases Recap for the week of October 18th until October the 26th. Let's begin with Breguet and their new Classique 5177 and 7787 Platinum with enamel dials. Breguet Classique is a pretty big line of watches. There are several different versions in different metals. This time it's done in Platinum. I believe this is the first time this line of watches is available in Platinum, and we got two different versions. One of them is a time and date only. The other one is a moon phase complication with a power reserve indicator on the dial. Both versions feature these deep black enamel dials, and apparently to create this effect of very deep dark enamel, it's pretty difficult. And the advantage of this specific dial is that apparently it will never fade or tarnish. It will always stay this deep black color, which is really cool. And the cases for both versions are made out of platinum. However, they feature different dimensions. So the time only one features a 38mm diameter by only 8.8mm in case height. This one comes with only 30 meters of water resistance, and it will be powered by the caliber 777Q. It's an in-house automatic movement that beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It has 55 hours of power reserve and 26 joules. I do have one pretty big gripe with this watch, and it's that date window at the 3 o'clock position. What are they thinking? It looks so out of place. It looks so strange having both the Arabic numerals, or the Breguet numeral as it's known. Yes, Breguet is so big and has such long heritage that they have this font named after them. So you have this numeral there and you have a date window cut out. In my opinion, that doesn't work. The other version, the moon phase complication one, comes in a slightly larger case, 39mm diameter by only about 10.3mm in case height. This one also features 30 meters of water resistance. These are dress watches, and this one is powered by a different movement. It's a caliber 591 DRL. It's an in-house automatic movement beating at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It has 25 joules and 38 hours of power reserve. As far as the design of this watch, I think it's a lot more balanced, it's a lot more appealing, and I really like that sort of off-center power reserve indicator on the dial. I think this one looks really good, much better than the time date only version. And as you would imagine, these are very expensive watches. The time and date one is 36,800 Swiss francs, and the moon phase complication one is 43,800 francs. So quite a bit of money. The new Seiko Prospex divers watches. It's been a few weeks since I featured a Seiko release, and here we are, end of October 2024. There are 3 new models added to the Prospex line of watches. These watches are very popular. They offer some of the best value for money in terms of divers under $1,000 or around that $1,000 price point. Now these ones on a first glance look like a lot of other Prospex divers in the catalog, except for one big difference: that weird octagon shape to the bezel. The cases are also all new. So this one comes with 3 different dial and bezel options. You have the blue on blue, you have the cream on black, and you also have this sort of copper on gray. That one is actually my favorite version. All 3 versions come in the same case. It's stainless steel, 41.3mm in diameter, only about 12.5mm in case height. These ones feature 300 meters of water resistance, and these are ISO certified watches. These are true divers. There's also that weird date window at the 4:30. I'm not a huge fan of that look. However, for some reason on these models, it doesn't bother me too much. And these watches are powered by the Seiko caliber 6R55 in-house automatic movement. They have 24 joules, beating at 21,600 vibrations per hour. And these movements are pretty good in terms of power reserve, 72 hours. I admittedly like the design. I think it looks kind of quirky and out of the box. At the same time, I can't help but think of the Tag Heuer Aqua Racer when I look at these watches, especially the blue one. I think a lot of Seiko sort of purists will claim that Seiko is losing their identity, and I can definitely see that. And a lot of people that just want a fun watch will not really care and think that this is sort of an interesting addition to the Prospex line of watches. I wonder where people watching this YouTube channel are sitting on this debate. Do you like these watches, or do you think Seiko is kind of losing their identity? Leave your comments in the comment section below. I always enjoy reading them. In terms of availability, these watches will be available December 1st worldwide. We do have to specify that because Seiko loves to do their regionally exclusive models. And these ones are priced at 1,200 euro. There's actually another Seiko release that I wanted to highlight. This one is a Seiko 5 limited edition in collaboration with DENHAM jeans, reference SRPL 35. Personally, I don't know too much about DENHAM company. Apparently they're an Amsterdam-based jeans and denim company. Here in North America, these jeans are not very popular, but they're probably a lot more popular in Europe since they're getting a collaboration with Seiko. And looking at this watch, you can definitely see that sort of denim influence all over the watch. First of all, you have that pair of scissors in the triangle at the 12 o'clock position. I think that looks kind of cool, and I believe that's the DENHAM logo. There's also, of course, the color combination of this watch. It is very sort of denim reminiscent. This watch actually reminds me of that Patek Philippe Nautilus, I believe, that was released with a denim strap, and a lot of people were losing their minds over that watch earlier this year. Well, here I think Seiko actually missed the mark a little bit. Why not have the denim strap on this watch, right? It's a denim company, and the strap here is just sort of a nylon NATO strap. Makes no sense. Have it denim strap, charge a little bit more money. I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity. Other than the color scheme, everything else about this watch is your standard Seiko 5, which is great. These are pretty solid watches. It comes in a 42.5mm case diameter. It's about 13.5mm in case height. And these ones are powered by the caliber 4R36 automatic movement. It beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It has 24 joules and 41 hours of power reserve. As far as the availability of this watch, it is a limited edition to 2,000 pieces, and this watch is priced at 450 euro. The new Frederique Constant Classics Premier with a Salmon dial. Frederique Constant already has a line of watches called the Classics Premier, and those watches feature Roman numerals, which kind of make them look a little bit too old school, a little boring if I'm being honest. Well, this new release with a Salmon dial, in my opinion, is anything but boring. First of all, it features Arabic numerals, but more specifically Breguet numerals. Remember at the beginning of the video I was talking about Breguet font? Well, this one is exactly that. It is Breguet font. On top of that, it features sort of double finish. You have the grainy finish in the center of the dial, and then you sort of have that high polish ring on the outer edge. That's where the numerals are housed. I really like the set of hands here, and the dimensions of the case are very good. It comes in a stainless steel case, 38.5mm in diameter, only 10.5mm in case height, and it's about 43.5mm lug-to-lug distance. Now these are clearly dress watches, so they only come with 50 meters of water resistance, and they're powered by the caliber FC-301, which is essentially a La Joux Pareil G100. It's an automatic movement with 24 joules. It beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it has 68 hours of power reserve. I really like this watch. I think they knocked it out of the park. The only thing that I'm not so crazy about is the sort of region locked availability of this watch. So it's not available worldwide. It's only available in Europe. I wish it was available worldwide. It's kind of a shame. Hopefully they will come out with another version that is available worldwide. And as far as the pricing goes, this one is 2,000 euros. The new Hanhart Aquasphere FreeFall Blue. Hanhart is a German watch brand, and they're very well known for their pilot watches, but they did release this sort of diver style watch a few months ago. I actually covered it on this show. That one was their aerospace watch, and now finally they are releasing officially their first diver watch. As far as the case dimensions go, I think this is a very reasonable watch, especially for a diver. It comes in a stainless steel case with a 42mm diameter. It's about 13mm in case height, and it has 300 meters of water resistance. The movement powering this one is the Sellita SW200, which beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it has 38 hours of power reserve. As far as the design of this watch, I quite like it. I like the shade of blue chosen here. I also like the fact that they still have that mark on the bezel the red sort of line that is the signature of Hanhart watches. If you saw one of their pilot watches, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So that mark is still present here. I also really like the fact that they didn't choose to have a date window on the dial. I think it makes the dial look a little cleaner and more symmetrical. The design of this watch does kind of remind me of a Breitling. It's not exactly an homage. It has enough of its own thing going, but for one reason or another, I can't help but think of a Breitling. As far as the availability, this will be part of the standard catalog. It's not a limited edition, and this one is very reasonably priced. It's 1,390 euro on the strap or 1,590 euro on the stainless steel bracelet. But that wasn't the only German pilot's watches brand that released a diver this week. I know, oddly specific, but there is actually another diver from a German pilot's watch brand, the new Laco Scorpion Dive Watch with the black DLC cases. Now, the Scorpion line of diver watches already exists in the catalog, but prior to this release, they were only available with sort of stainless steel looking cases. Now, with this new release, they're also available with this DLC coated cases. So there are two different designs in two different versions available. There's the larger one that is 42 millimeters, and there's a smaller one that's 39 millimeters. The case height is pretty much the same. The larger one is slightly thicker, 13.4 millimeters versus 13 millimeters on the 39 millimeter version. There are three different color variations available. So you have the one with orange accents on the bezel, then you have the one with white accents on the bezel, but the orange seconds hand, and finally you have the one with the blue accents on the bezel and the blue minutes hand. I think all three versions look really sharp. I really like the one with the orange accents on the bezel and on the dial. I think that's my favorite version, and I really like the prices. These ones are very reasonable. It's 1,000 euro on the rubber strap or 1,100 euro on the stainless steel DLC coated bracelet, and is the same price from my understanding for all the different versions. For a Seiko powered watch with this sort of branding and 300 meters of water resistance, I think it's not bad. So well done, Laco. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos like this in the future, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought about this week's releases. I always enjoy reading your comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.